My name is William Norris. I'm 61. I'm in phase 3 of the House of Hope program, which is biblical and I would assume drug related.
Okay.
For some people. I mean, some people are here for other reasons. Like myself, I'm here because my wife passed away 2.5 years ago. And I went into a small bout of depression or whatever and lost everything. So my friend ended up getting relocated to Pennsylvania, and his car's too small to fit 2 huge dogs, him and his wife and myself. So I kind of got left here and really didn't know what I was gonna do. And this came to fruition by chance. Well, not by chance, but we'll say the powers to be. I think God had a picture for me, or he knew what he was doing with me before I even had a clue, and I still really don't have a clue. I suffer from, I have a breathing issue. I've been adjusting that while I'm here. I'm taking this medicine for my liver while I'm here. Got my dentures while I've been here. Like I said, I'm in phase 3. I think the next time they graduate is in October, which is kind of around my time. But I was informed not to worry about it because I'm going through other avenues of employment, so I can take care of myself, such as disability or whatever. Or if not disability, just somewhere where I can get set up so I can get ready to get my, just to retire, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's at 65, I think. So I'm not too positive on that. I still gotta ask questions.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have anything you want to ask or whatever, feel free to ask. I mean, I don't care. I mean.
Okay. So, you said, I'm sorry to hear your wife passed away, but did somebody tell you about House of Hope?
No, what happened was I was going through my phone, and of course, being who I am, wasn't, I don't know what they call it. I wasn't a proper male, and I happened to start scrolling through the phone looking for places that would help with someone my age, and everybody that I called didn't handle what I was looking for or trying to do. And I kept scrolling or whatever, and for some reason I swiped left and House of Hope popped up. Never even knew this place existed. I lived right off of MacGyver.
Yeah.
For the longest, by TV Road. So, and I never knew this place was even here. Then I found out my son works at Nissan, and he lives right down the road somewhere around here. I just don't know where yet. I haven't got a hold of him because I'm waiting for my SIM chip so I can use the phone to call him. Mm-hmm. But so I gave Andrew a call, Mr. Pearson. This is what everybody calls him. I just started calling him Andrew from the beginning because that's what I knew him as. I didn't even know his last name. And we talked for a little bit on the phone or whatever, and he said that I sounded like a perfect candidate. So he told me to come down, fill out an application or whatever, and that's what I did. I drove 2.5 hours to get here. And I got here. I had to spend 2 weeks at the shelter, but I stayed in the building. I wouldn't even leave the building because I know if I start rummaging around, I'm gonna end up finding something I don't want to find. And 9 times out of 10, I'd probably use it. You know what I mean? Like, it don't bother me now. I got 30 years clean, so, and it doesn't bother me. I've been smoke-free for almost 7 months.
Congratulations.
So, and, but I had this breathing issue just before I came here. It started. I was outside. I went to do something in Orangeburg, and I got winded, and I had to grab my grill and hold it until I got my wits about me or whatever. But like I said, I like, I do devotions here. We have I'm a captain of a prayer captain for my small group. We go to church Wednesdays and Sundays. Sundays twice. We go in the morning and at night. And on Wednesday we go at night at 6:15. I go to the RU program through here. That's how I learned about that too. But it's biblical based, so it's not like AA or NA. I'm not knocking them, you know what I mean? Because what other people believe in, they believe in. But I went the AA route. I went the NA route. I went to the dual addiction route. You know what I mean? I went through all that stuff. And that's not what I was looking for. But it's like I haven't been in the Bible in like a long time. So it affords me the opportunity doing the curriculum to learn about the Bible. And I got other people that show me or explain to me things because they use the King James Version. And it's hard to decipher when you're starting from scratch.
Yes, yeah.
See, I was going to church, but for some reason my aunt and my family decided to stop going to church. And so, I ain't had no say, so I didn't go to church. So I wasn't raised up in that type of an environment, you know what I mean? I was a hood rat. That's what I was, pretty much. And through the course of everything that I've been through, I just, I've come a long way, because I was actually on a mission to cease to exist on this earth, planet, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? When my mom passed away, I just went bonkers. The only one that kept me grounded was my wife. And when she left, that was like the straw that broke the camel's back. I was with her for 19 years. I was married to her for 17. And I just don't. I don't look for reasons to get out of what I'm doing. Everything that I'm doing is for a purpose, and like all this is for a purpose. You know what I mean? It's not just to get my life back. It's to get rid of the old people that was in my life and surround myself by a spiritual foundation. You know what I mean? Get a group of people around me that's going to keep me grounded and that's going to pull my coattail when I'm going sideways. And I need that because for as far back as I can remember, I did my own thing whenever I wanted to. Mom worked 2 jobs. My dad worked too many hours, so Bill had the option of running the world.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. And in the process, I got hooked up into trouble. You know what I mean? 'Cause trouble find me, like, it got so bad in my town, man, the cops knew me by my first name. I was pretty sad. I didn't catch it until after a while. I'm like, man, they all know me, yo. What's going on? Well, it was the lifestyle that I lived. So with that comes notoriety of the wrong kind. You know what I mean? And I definitely was noticed. But so my goal is to graduate here, which, like I said before, is like in October. I think. I'm not sure. I think that's the next one. Or there's one in June and then one in October or something like that. I don't know. I know June I won't be ready because I'm not rushing through phase 3 book or the phase 4 book. I'm taking my time with them because they have the most meat in them
Yes, sir.
than 1 and 2 does. I mean, like, I blew out half of 2 in a day. And but this one's a little harder, and it's hard for me to retain things because I done beat my brain half to death doing the stupid stuff I was doing. So, but I gotta take it with a grain of salt and just keep on moving. And you know, anything that comes up, I do what I never used to do. I pray a lot. You know what I mean? I go to parts of the Bible that I can understand what they're talking about, like in John's or Psalms or something like that. Or there's some things in there that I can grab onto that keep me motivated and until I can get to where, because what people don't know, everybody's not here for the same thing. And whether that's fair to say or judgmental, I'm not being judgmental, it's just what I observe, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. I mean, everybody
And,
that comes through these programs has a different story, you know?
Yeah,
like, it's
but-
not all the same story.
But see, my thing is though, I'm trying to get into the Bible and learn of the Bible, about the Bible and everything. And the people that I had around me that was preaching the Bible, right, weren't living what they were preaching. And then it entails, now do I listen to this? Is this true or false? And I'm none the wiser because I don't know. You know what I mean? I had to talk with Mr. Pearson about that because now I got to find people that's going to be, that actually cares about my well-being, you know what I mean? And that will guide me down the necessary roads I need to go, you know? And I can't do that at this point. The house changes over so quick and so fast. Like the house is new since I've been here, you know what I mean? There's like nobody I knew in the dorms over there. They're gone. All these other new people from the ARC, they moved in. They're in the rooms. You know, I mean, I talk to them or whatever, but I keep it idle because I don't want nobody telling me stuff that's wrong. You know what I mean? I got enough problems as it is. I don't need to add any more. You know, I start getting a headache or whatever, I'll probably lash out. Although I'm trying not to, though.
Yeah.
I work on that every day because I was a fighter. That's what I was raised to do. That's what we did.
Yes, sir.
You know, we drank, got high, fought. I mean, we were friends the next day, but we still fought, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then you got the people that you're not looking to be a part of or whatever, and they have a very rude mouth or whatever, and I would be the one that would go in it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I'll punch them right in it. That's just the way I was on the street, you know? That's all I knew. Mm-hmm. That was my life, the street.
So it's almost like learning to, be still in God, but also patience is one hard thing to learn.
I've been working on that. That's one of my things, patience. Because when I came in here, I wanted things to start happening, and things was going at a turtle speed. And I'm like, this is not going to work. So then I had conversations about it or whatever. I said, just relax. Just have some patience. Give time. Blase, this, that, and the third. But, like with my temper and my attitude and how I handle people, all that has changed since I've been here. Because like I said, like, I'm one to react, act, not react, you know what I mean? You're going to say something, it's going to be wrong, and then I'm going to set you straight, you know what I mean? That's how I was. And, because I'm originally from New Jersey, so so we know how to, we definitely know how to get into fights. Believe that.
Yes, sir.
But patience, stay put. I don't make no decisions when I'm aggravated because any decision that I make when I'm aggravated is probably going to be the wrong decision. And like I thought about leaving here a couple of times when I first got here. And I also I told him, I'm like, look, if you think that you can hold something over my head to keep me here or whatever, you're sadly mistaken, because when Bill's had enough, Bill will walk right out the door. You know what I mean? You ain't got to worry about that. Like, if it comes in my mind and I'm set and I think I'm right, I'm out. But things came up or whatever. I prayed on it. I sat on my bed. I thought about it, let my mind calm down and cool. Then I look at the pros and cons of things. And then I'll make a decision or whatever. And lo and behold, I'm here still.
That's awesome.
In phase 3.
Yes, sir.
I didn't think I was going to make it out of Seg 1, phase 1. So to go from there, from the very beginning to here in phase 3, almost in graduation mode or whatever. Yeah, it's a big difference. It's a big difference.
Feels good?
Yeah, it feels good. It's a little, it gets uncomfortable at times though. Like I said, I'm 61, so, I'm used to doing things for a long time. You know what I mean? Whether good, bad, or indifferent, and I did them, And when I mean bad, I ended up going to prison because of my addiction, The last sentence I had before I broke off from the life I was living was 14 years with a 7-year stint. I had to do 7 years before I can get out. Like day for day, you know what I mean? And anything you get as far as good time all that, it comes off the back end, the other 7. So when I got to see the parole board or whatever, I'm like, look, just send me my max out papers, because I'm not going to see no parole officer. I'm not going to see a probation officer. I'm not going to see no counselor. You know what I mean? I just gave y'all 7 years of my life. Whether it's my bad decision or not, I paid, you know what I mean? I paid for what I did. And that's as far as it goes. And that's why I maxed out.
Yes, sir.
Well, that was the reason anyway, but... And I had authority problems anyway, so... Who'd have figured?
Yeah.
But like I said, Mercy Medical is great. I mean, I've had no problems with them. I mean, they set me up. They got me x-rays for my gums. Well, they sent me to Sexton's. Sexton's wanted an x-ray of my gums or whatever. But as far as getting the process of the teeth going or whatever, they did. And it was like really quick. Like, I didn't expect to have them this early. You know what I mean? One day they called me and told me to do this. I did it. They said, well, we'll call you or whatever. I came back here. And then like a week or 2 down the road, I get another call. Come in, we need to see you. So I go in and find out they're taking the molds for my teeth. You can't ask for nothing no more than that. Yeah. That's like Johnny on the spot. Like, psh. But now I know why everybody goes to him. Yeah. But I had a set of dentures, but the bottom ones made my glands swell. They used to blow up. And I didn't know why, and I still don't know why. And so I decided to get another pair. It's a good thing I did, because I can eat with these and everything and be fine, you know. It's just a matter of keeping them locked in, you know what I mean. Top's not so bad, the bottom, like you gotta put an excessive amount of adhesive on there because of the way my gum is, and it's the only way to keep it rooted to my mouth. But other than that, I have no complaints about Mercy Med.
That's awesome.
And they've all been nice to me. They've been good to me. They've been open, honest. You know what I mean? They kind of, when you go in, they kind of give you that relaxed feeling, like you can go in there and just, you know what I mean, and just let them know what's going on and not worry about nothing. So
That's good.
I was supposed to see them in June. I'm gonna see if I can see them sooner though, cause of my knee. I think I need cortisone shots or something. But I know I read Psalms 23 a lot, and it's just something about that. I had the whole thing highlighted, you know, but because it's something I want to be able to look at. If I need to, then I know where to go and I don't forget about it. So that whole section from, what's today, 29th? I think I did that about a week ago. We were in it for something, I forget, and I came across that and I read it, and I just kept highlighting it. Before I knew it, I went through the whole page. But